right, y'all. I'm sorry, forgive me. I'm still trying to reel and take everything in that I just witnessed from this brother here in this movie. Look, this is the best way I can put it. Jonathan Majors' performance in this movie is so fucking ridiculous in all the best ways possible. You would have thought this brother was being dragged to the electric chair the day after they finished filming this thing. I mean, when I tell you this brother gave this performance his all, he left nothing. He left nothing left to desire because he gave you everything he had. I mean, he left it all out there. Now, I know this movie was shown at Sundance in 2023, so the trial hadn't even happened yet. But again, you would have thought a time traveler came to that set the day before they started filming, showed Jonathan Majors the events that would occur up to now, and said, brother, you don't got much time left. You might want to give this everything you fucking got, because we don't know when we're going to see you again after these events. And Jonathan Majors, once again, gave a performance as if he was getting dragged to death row the day after filming. This performance is everything. I mean, look, I knew after watching Jonathan Majors in projects like Lovecraft County, Devotion, Creed 3, his performances as Kang, and especially his performance in The Last Black Man in San Francisco, I knew Jonathan Majors was a special talent. I knew this wasn't just another name we were going to see for a minute. I knew a superstar was being born in front of my eyes, but I promise you, this is his best performance to date. This is easily, and that's saying something, this is easily the best performance I've ever seen this brother give, and he gave his entire just presence, aura, body. He devoted his entire artistry self to this performance. I mean, for me personally, this is one of the most raw, vulnerable, powerful, emotionally driven, devoted, dedicated performances I've ever seen an actor give in my life. Like from the very opening frame, I could tell this brother was about to deliver a performance unlike any other. It's like he almost truly knew we might not see him for a hot second after this movie. I'm in utter disbelief because I already knew that this dude was insanely talented. I knew that this dude was an absolutely absurd actor. But this movie right here takes it to a whole another level. I mean, the acting that this brother is doing in this movie is off the charts, especially when he's not delivering dialogue. There is so much in his body language and facial expressions that is being said and communicated to the audience without saying a single word. There are even scenes where he is looking personal things up of how to be liked, how to get people to actually remember him. That is so heartbreaking, but you already know he's striving for stuff like that just by the way he's interacting with people in social situations. There's even a date scene in a diner that was completely just emotionally just like kind of awkward to watch, but at the same time just emotionally heavy because it was just like you feel for this dude. And Jonathan Majors again dedicated his entire self to this role. And there's nothing that really completes me more as a moviegoer than seeing somebody completely devote themselves to their artistry and just completely just fill it with passion. There's so much passion. There's so much vulnerability here. There's just so much that Jonathan Majors is really trying to reach and do that you can appreciate as an audience member. And as you're watching, and it does get hard to watch at times, you can't help but keep your eyes on the screen because the brother is really fucking going at. There are some supporting characters in this movie as well that are doing an absolutely phenomenal job acting with Majors and just feeding off of everything he's giving them. I mean, Haley Bennett in this diner date scene was completely phenomenal. I loved her facial expressions and her reactions to everything he was saying, and I loved how passionately Majors was saying it, just giving out his goals and everything he wants in life. And then there's this scene with the therapist that he has to see on a weekly basis, or maybe like a bi-weekly basis. There is one scene in particular where she literally just has to accept the things that he is saying, and yet behind her face, she knows she's being lied to. She knows he's not being truthful, and yet she just has to sit there because she doesn't want to say anything that'll make him go off, because his roid rages are different. Yo, this boy's roid rages are absolutely insane. I mean, the acting in this movie is one of one. It's one of a kind. It's a performance. It's like one of those performances that truly should go down in the Hall of Fame of one of the best performances ever, but like it might just get overshadowed because of all the shit going on. But I'm telling you, yo, like this brother Jonathan Majors, like if we have an opportunity to continue to see him, which I do think we will at some point in time, I just think he's too talented to really be held down. I just think brother need a break for a while and just needs to cool out. But like, I really think this brother's too talented to be held down. I do. Like there's no way. There's no way. And if this is the last performance that I am going to see of Jonathan Majors for a while, thank you, bro. Because you gave me the best one out of your entire filmography. And it's fucking fantastic. But this one right here, my guy, you fucking killed it. There's a quote in Blue Eye Samurai that says, an artist gives all they have to the art, their whole, your strengths and deficiencies, your shames and your loves. Jonathan Majors overdid that. I'm telling you, like, after the movie, everyone that was sitting in my theater, we all sat up there for a second, looked at each other and said, that was a lot. That was a lot in the best way possible. We were all completely just shell-shocked. We were in astonishment. We were in complete awe and astonishment, sitting there for a second, just looking at each other going, did you watch the same shit as I did? Because that brother just acted his ass off. I know this is very early in his career, and this may be pretty far-fetched to say, but I'm going to go ahead and say it because I truly do feel this in my heart. If this brother gets his redemption arc, I truly believe he can be our generation's Denzel Washington. I see no reason why not. I see no reason why this brother can't be this generation's Denzel. He is that fucking good. He is a complete screen presence when you see him. He don't have to be saying a single fucking word. He embodies the character immediately, and you want to know exactly what he's thinking. You want to know exactly what he's going to do next. You cannot take your eyes off Jonathan Major when he is doing his thing on screen. And this is a pivotal example of it. I'm telling you, like, it was absolutely phenomenal. From beginning to end, this dude's performance was tremendous. And the movie is literally following him the entire time. It is his story to tell. It is his show to run. And he runs it really, really fucking well. Tip my cap to you, Mr. Majors. And your 1920s caps that you be wearing trying to stop fights, nigga. Calm down. Just take a break for a second and come back to us, man. I'm not going to lie, because we're going to need you at some point in time. I don't know when. We're going to flash the Jonathan Majors symbol, which will just be, again, those 1920 hats. We need to get a bat signal for Jonathan Majors with them hats. Just to flash in the sky when we need this brother to pull out a tremendous performance. Because, dude, my God.